And welcome back to the Dead Truth Podcast. I'm Kevin.
I'm Jimmy. What's up?
What's going on, everybody? What's going on in the Walking Dead world this week, Jimmy?
Pretty much. They started getting everything ready. They're already filming other movies right now, so we're soon to start here. So hopefully, we'll get things going.
Oh, yeah. What's filming around you right now? I heard Will Ferrell's down there, and who else was down there? Someone else I spotted last week.
I'll be honest with you. I really don't know, but I know they're filming in a couple locations, including Palmetto for that Will Ferrell movie.
Oh, wow.
I know they're filming in a couple other things, but that Will Ferrell movie is the main one right now. Everybody's talking about.
Ooh, wow.
He's been seen around Palmetto.
Now, who's in the movie with him? Have you seen anything on that, or?
I haven't even checked because I mean you can't go out and get autographs or anything, so there's really no point. I
Yeah.
guess you can watch filming, but that's it. But I know they're in Palmetto and they were asking for kids as of yesterday,
Oh, wow.
sexters. So yeah, that's what's going on right now.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, yeah, I heard Ozark's going to come back at the end of September and start filming, and
That's what I'm hearing about The Walking Dead towards the end of September as well.
oh, okay.
Yeah. There, as far as I know, though, they're supposed to be quarantining themselves away from everybody.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Oh, that's cool though. I mean, it'd be nice to get back to the old days, when everything was just normal. And because I'm looking forward to Ozark this year because we've been down there several times, but we always get there just a little late, and some of the places are hard to get to on the lake.
Yeah, they say Ozark's not bad to actually do it. I know when they filmed in Douglasville, a guy I know named Shannon, he actually got a couple of the main characters in that and got some autographs out of them and everything. So they filmed in Douglasville, I think, for 2 or 3 days, but I think they filmed it next to you a lot.
Oh wow, yeah, yeah. Well, where's that at? It's some of it's over by the lake, and then some of it's over by Valerie Branch around in there.
Yes, sir. That's where they mainly film at.
Yeah, and I'm kind of excited to see him this year.
I'm excited to see anything at this point. Everything's always been doom and gloom till now, so
Yeah.
maybe something will come up better. I'm getting tired of all the political stuff.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just getting old, and it's time just to go back to the way it was. Just be able to relax and enjoy stuff. But I don't see anything in the country getting better right now. Too closer to the elections, and we need to escape. We need our sports back. We need our entertainment back, and it seems like nobody wants to do it anymore.
Everybody wants to be political about it. That's what's wrong. But I think once everything happens, the election, whatever way it goes, hopefully it will go back to normal.
Yeah, I hope so. Because be nice to go back out and go to some of the filming sites like we used to, and some of the when they're filming and go stalking again, back to the airport and festivals and cons.
I was hoping actually, I'm thinking about doing some Smokey and the Bandit locations because they're actually filmed in Jonesboro, which is right up the street from Sonoy anyway.
Oh, that would be cool.
That'd be kind of fun. But I was actually thinking about talking about Rick Grimes and why we need him back
Yeah,
if you want to. He was the main focus of the whole thing, and all of a sudden he was gone. And the progression of his character went from season one where you had him looking for his family and he found
yeah.
them, and the progression of that character was just a lot. And I think that's what the show's missing now.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just kind of dead now because I mean, it's like any other TV show. You take the main character out of the show. What are the fans supposed to expect next?
I think that's what's wrong. It's like it's lost, man. We're like lost in the reality of The Walking Dead now, and I think they're really straining and wanting something to look forward to. And I think Ryan Hurst did bring a spark, but it wasn't good enough, where it lit it up.
Yeah.
I think the only way we can actually do that and have our show back technically would probably be Andrew Lincoln returning, but the likelihood in that is far from nil too.
Yeah. I mean, it just I mean, I stopped watching the show a couple years ago, and I came back to it after Negan. I thought Negan was pretty cool, but after that, I just kind of got bored with it because it was like dragged out with the Savior so much. And then when they took Andy off the show, I was like, what the hell? I mean, they killed Carl off, and then Rick's gone, and Michonne's leaving supposedly. Who else is
Well,
leaving?
uh, Miss Shone, I know. There's rumors about Negan leaving, but I don't know.
Mm,
As of right now, I think that you know that would be the only hope at this point with him to come back.
yeah.
I'm hoping what happens is when she goes off and looks for him, he'll return because of Judith. I think that would be awesome. But
Oh, that would be cool.
I like to think of the show in a positive light, but it's just to me it's just missing that. It was a better season this season, all in all, it really
Yeah.
was. I think for the majority of the time it was upbeat. It's real good. They had some brutal parts, just like The Walking Dead does, but
Mm-hmm.
I think all in all it wasn't that bad of a season.
No, to me, I watched some of it with my wife just when she's watching it, and I noticed some of they kind of tamed it down a little bit, just a little bit. Maybe they're afraid to offend some more viewers, and because of the Negan thing. But do you think they're going to start taming it down more, or kind of go back to their old ways, or?
I think as long as Nicotero's there, I think it's always going to be that way. I think sometimes they go over a little too gruesome,
Yeah,
but um, it's just it's better. I think it's better when it's not as gruesome, but it needs to be gruesome, I guess, for The Walking Dead. Like I said, the Darabont ways was have a walker that's really smart,
yeah,
but I you know, it is what it is. I think in all, it's going to be a better show. You just got to get it rolling.
yeah.
And I really wanted them to kind of they lost me a little bit when they lost that last episode,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. It just they should have aired it when they were supposed to.
Oh yeah. I think a lot of people were kind of disappointed when that happened.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to fix something. But do you think they're picking gore now? Shock value over the story now more, or?
No, I think that legitimately when Chandler left, I think Andrew Lincoln lost interest, and they're just trying to find their way now. I think once everything gets rolling and once we kind of get that back, I think it's going to be okay. I just don't. I want to know where they're going to go to because I know they got to have the Beta and Negan fight,
Yeah,
and that's interesting within itself because is it going to be like the comics or not? Because in the comics he had Lucille and now he's got Lucille back in the show, and is he going to break it over his back or what? And that's what you got to kind of wait on and
yeah,
see if that's going to happen. I think it'd be pretty awesome. I just wish that like I said, I really want this thing going, man. I want the stocking aspect back. I want the conventions back. And I always tell everybody, the Oscar event, as of right now, is still going to happen.
okay, cool.
The camp is still going on. We can get the dates for you. But there's been a lot of stuff going on. I actually got a chance to talk to Oscar the other day. He actually came where I work at, and we talked, and I didn't get a whole lot of info out of him. I tried to dig a little bit, but you know how
Yeah,
that goes. He's tight-lipped about stuff, and that's okay. I just I'm hoping everything will turn back to normal. I think that's where we all are. I think we just want life back now.
yeah.
Yeah, I think once we get there, we'll be all right.
Mm-hmm.
And the camp is October 22nd
Okay,
this year. It's going to be in Sonoya, and it's sponsored by Jacob's Table.
okay,
That's a
cool.
good shout out for Oscar and Jacob's Table. Um, the Jacob's Table, if you don't know, when you come into Sonoya, it's right there on the right.
Yeah,
The new set of buildings. It used to be back in season 3. It was like a base camp area right there in front of the uh, the little hotel looking building right there. Can't remember, never remember the name of that building, but
mm-hmm.
it's where they all stayed at. But It's behind, I guess, the coffee shop, the
Oh,
original
okay.
coffee shop.
Oh, okay, okay. I know what you're talking now. But you said
Yeah.
that. Now, do you see a big crowd coming out to that this year because they're tired of this shit, or they're just excited to get back out there and see everybody?
I can honestly tell you, man, I think they're going to be excited because everybody's been enclosed in their house and or doing stuff. I mean, all I've been doing is fishing. I mean, that way you stay social distance and the fish ain't gonna give you nothing and you're good to go.
That you know
You
of
know,
right now.
yeah. I think all in all, though, I think with with baseball and football and everything, I'm just not interested. I'm not. I rather do fishing and put my time into that than anything else. And I think everybody's getting on the same page as us. I think they just want to do something in there.
Yeah.
They're tired of life the way it is right now.
Oh yeah, I hear you because it's just. I mean, shit. I mean, everywhere you go, you gotta. Certain stores have different rules. You don't know if you have to wear a mask or not, or this or that. And people just need that, that escape for a little while. I mean, if you just go down to the camp for a couple hours to get away from everything, it'd be well worth it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think Oscar's event will be okay. They're following all the guidelines to the state. They're making sure everybody's social distance. If they have to wear a mask, or don't wear a mask. I really don't know what the proper proper thing is to say about it because I really don't know.
Yeah.
But I think as it comes down to it, I know Oscar and them is going to follow the right protocol and make sure everybody's safe. So it's a good event to go to. It's going to be real like a close knit type thing, real small. I think it's going to be all right.
Oh, good. Now, what else do you see coming your way pretty soon? Some filming's going to start back up. Do you see like the big cons slowly coming back? Like Days of the Dead's what in February? Do you see them
Well,
coming back this year? Or?
you know what weekend it is, right?
Yeah.
Dragon Con weekend right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks not to have everybody in Atlanta having fun right now. It
I
really
know.
does.
It's just
Yeah, to me, it's like Dragon Con is a big deal, and not having them in Atlanta, and they're actually doing virtual conventions, which I don't even understand what that even means. I don't
yeah.
get it.
How
Am I
exciting can
supposed am I
that?
supposed to talk to somebody through a computer screen and get autograph from them that way? I don't understand that.
Yeah, it's kind of
But yeah, it defeats the purpose.
yeah.
So
It's,
um,
wow.
yeah, um, you know, I always tell everybody, come down to Sonoya. You're always going to see an extra, one of the extra guys that's on the show. Jeff Wagner supports us on this show. Hey, I have Oscar. Um, you have a lot of people. So never know, man. There's always people down there. Always people, that supports everybody, and we're like really, really close. So I mean, it is what it is. I think at the end of the day, though,
Yeah.
it's gonna be all right. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, because a lot of people are worried that the cons are more or less over with forever. And two, I was thinking because you brought up Dragon Con, just think how much money the city of Atlanta lost this weekend from Dragon Con. How much money they make.
Man, you got to think about it also. I mean, how many? All right, now Dragon Con was gone.
Yeah.
Then you had Atlanta Comic Con, which was in July. It's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
You had all these conventions and all this stuff that's supposed to happen. Like, I don't know if it's going to happen this year, but Atlanta, you sometime had the Final Four.
Mm-hmm.
That's gone now.
Yeah.
I mean, you lost all that money, so it sucks right now. It
I
really
know.
does.
I was looking forward to the Final Four, man. I was excited about that. But
Yeah,
yeah.
it's. I love college football, and I don't even know if I want to watch it this year. I'm just not excited about anything. It just, uh, like I said, I'd rather go fishing at this point.
Mm-hmm. Well, fishing, there's no politics in fishing.
Nope,
No.
nobody to fuss, nobody to argue. It's all good, and that's
Yeah.
why I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
Even I've changed my hats. I used to wear Braves hats or Georgia hats. I don't even wear that anymore. I'd rather support, but I'd go fishing.
Oh,
Got me fishing my hats.
yeah. I hear you on that. Because,
Yeah.
yeah. What do you think about all these, especially like entertainment and sports all going towards this political movement? Do you think it hurts their cause? Because,
It all depends on what side of the spectrum you're on. If you support it or you don't support it, that's where pretty much it goes down the middle. I'm not going to say on this show what I support or do not support, but it's not supposed to be in the shows or baseball or football either.
yeah.
Um, we watch this stuff like we're doing right now for entertainment. We don't do it as a political statement.
Yeah.
I try to keep that myself out of that. So I would wish that other people did, but that's their own prerogative, and if they want to bring that into to what they do, that's fine. It's what they if they support that, they do. If they don't, they don't. But I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I don't. I got a friend that I do Walking Dead stuff with all the time, and she is pretty much all Black Lives Matter all the time,
Yeah.
and that's fine. I don't want to say what I believe in, but me and her are friends no matter what. I love her. I don't think what she believes in is right, but she don't think what I believe in is right. So
Yeah.
it's okay with me. I'm still friends with her regardless. It is what it is. But like, I wish they really would keep the political stuff out of it.
Yeah. And two, that's a good example of, even though, I mean, I have friends who are on the other side and we don't agree on everything, but we're still friends. It doesn't change anything, and that's kind of like The Walking Dead kind of brought people together. Hey, there's no politics. Well, the only politics is if you are on Team Rick or Team Daryl or Team Negan. That was the only politics in the show at the time, Team Governor and all this shit. But now, it just you can't even enjoy a simple show anymore because it's all even some of the shows that I see on like some of the sitcoms are all political in the shows now. And do people want? I mean, do people want to see all this, or do they just want to, like you said, the escape, to get away from everything for a while?
You know why we started Walker Stalking in the first place, and I had some questions about what we were talking about the other day. So when we say Walker Stalking, what we're suggesting is when people come down here to watch filming, try to get autographs, stuff like that. So that's what Walker Stalking is. People that
Mm-hmm.
don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. So when we say stalking, we're not meaning follow them home. We're meaning go out and sit and watch that. Okay.
We're not those one
So
people.
no, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people got in trouble by doing that.
Yeah.
Yes. Through all my years, that's what we're talking about. So when we say stalking, that's what we mean. So when people go out to set and watch filming, they get a lot out of it. They get a lot of entertainment out of it. It's like going to Disneyland for some people. So when they
Yeah.
come out here, they spend all their money on like hotel rooms, Airbnb, stuff like that, food, necessities. And they also go around and look at all the filming locations. So I think the nostalgia fact of it, I think people love doing it every year. I think, it's just as much part of everything. And I think people are really missing coming down here.
Yeah.
There's one girl right now, she's from Colorado. She's down right now. I haven't seen her, but I know she's here. So that, people are still coming. So that makes me feel better.
Yeah. So, what do you see after this pandemic crap's all over with? Do you see people starting to return back down there to see the sights and the filming and kind of like the way it used to be?
Yeah, like I said before, I mean, it is what it is. I really miss the, people. I think that's the biggest thing. It's like Atlanta movie tours ceased operations the other day because of COVID.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the end of an era. Atlanta movie tours. I'm a tour guide. I never worked for Atlanta movie tours. Okay,
Yeah.
but it was the biggest tour there was, and
Oh
to
yeah.
see that crumble shocked me. It
Mm-hmm.
truly shocked me to the core. And I talked to Cindy Sumner, and they got their own tour now. It's I think the Water Tower tour, which is great. I mean, I want everybody to go on that tour. I want you to support Cindy and Stephen Sweet, all those guys over there. I want 100%. Everybody support them because they're actually taking Atlanta movie tours and making it kind of their own tour. It's a walking tour now. It's not Atlanta movie tours anymore. Like Atlanta movie tours is gone.
Yeah.
But all the tour guides decided to make their own little thing, and that's what they got was the Walker Tower Tour,
Yeah.
Tower Tour, Sonoya Tower Tour, I think. I wish Cindy, if you're watching, please call and explain what y'all do on that tour. I want everybody to go out and really get behind those guys because they're doing a good thing. I mean, Atlanta Movie Tours is gone and they're fulfilling that role. That's great. I really do think that's great.
Oh yeah. I'd love to see it. It's kind of a shame that the tour went down, and it was a good tour. They put a lot of effort into that and a lot of work
Well,
into it.
the problem with it, I think the reason why they closed was, we got all these restrictions as far as COVID goes, and you can't get all those people on a bus and be social distance and everything.
Yeah.
There's just no way. And being that running that long ceasing operations, you just can't afford to keep all that stuff up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a
And
shame.
it's really sad.
It is a shame. Now, do you see any like the tour losing more tours and stuff like that, or do you see
Yeah, I
like
think we're gonna lose. I think we're gonna lose the Sonoya tour. I think that place is gonna be gone soon. Uh, we might even see other tours close. I'm not gonna say which one, but it's getting bad. I mean, I haven't had a tour in 3 weeks now, maybe more.
wow?
It's been that bad. I mean, you might get a couple people in Sonoya, but Sonoya is supposed to be like overflowing, and it's
Yeah,
not.
yeah. I mean, this especially this time of year, towards the end of filming, getting close, and it's usually even more packed towards the end of the filming season.
Yeah.
And the whole summer without filming there. I mean, what was Sonoy like being there? Yeah, I know you've been in there this summer. What's it like with nothing going on?
It's. I'm not gonna say there's nothing going on because Sonoya is always busy no matter what, but you don't have that influx of fans like you normally do. I mean, you generally had a ton of fans every day,
Yeah,
and especially on Saturdays. When I lived in Sonoya, I hated going to Sonoya on Saturday. I wouldn't do it.
yeah.
You'd literally be driving through town, and you had to wait till people move out the street because they'd
Mm.
be in the street. So,
Oh yeah,
when I moved out of Sonoya, I kind of got away from all that, but now I kind of miss it. I mean, it just it being the way it is, it's okay, but I just wish that it go back to normal.
yeah. I hear you on that because it was always a place to go. I mean, Sonoy's always been packed, and then no matter when you went, you ran into somebody you knew, or you know how it was. Sonoy, a small little town, and do you see like more and more this like the small cities and stuff like this that The Walking Dead's filmed in, not just Sonoya, like Griffin and all this stuff. Do you see it kind of hurting the cities now?
I think everything's hurting the cities, man. Noonan generally has an influx of people no matter what, because you have people coming in from out of town to do different things. Especially, they come down here and see Alan Jackson and everything, and the Alan Jackson stuff down here, because Alan Jackson was, raised here.
Yeah.
So seeing all that stuff, I mean, it's pretty awesome. But it's just nothing happening right now.
Wow. I mean, like, how's Nick and Norman's restaurant doing now? Is it still they back up to normal now, or?
I've been there once this whole year, and that's sad. I mean, I used to see it all the time. I used to go in there, a couple times a year. I've only been there one time this whole year. So
Oh wow, yeah, because it's usually that's a mainstay. Everybody you go out, run around, see some filming locations, see some filming, and at the end of the night you stop at Nick and Norman's to eat. And yeah, it's kind of sad to see that for them. I mean, and because we used to go to some of the what are they called, episode parties, the premiere party, the finale parties they used to have there.
yeah, and you got to think too, because they hadn't been filming. The net when they actually do start filming, it's going to be twice as long to get your product back. As far as actually watching the show again. So all the like parties when they actually air the episodes and stuff like that, it's going to even be longer to wait on that stuff.
Oh wow,
So I mean, it's just double and triple the time waiting on this. And I'm not saying this thing ain't bad, but I miss life. I miss what it was, and I didn't mean this show to turn out to be a COVID episode, because that's kind of what it is. But I mean, it's just I think that's what's missing in all our lives. And I mean, if you want to give me a call and on here, and you can explain to me and tell me what you miss about everyday life or The Walking Dead, or you can talk to us about anything. Just let us know.
oh yeah. Phone lines are open. You can give us a call at 440-276-4670. And then if you want to hit us up in the chat, we're going live in the chat right now. So give us a call. What other things do you see happening later, with all this stuff going on? Do you see, I mean, it's kind of hard we keep kind of repeating ourselves a little bit, but do you see
Yeah.
anything changing, or, what I'm saying?
I'll be honest with I just feel like everything's on a standstill right now. Even with all this other stuff, it's just everything's just kind of dead, and it's just the way I see it right now. It's just kind of depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't know. That's why I've just been fishing a lot and kind of doing my thing. But um, at the end of the day, I just hope everything gets better.
Yeah, I'm hoping because, man, my goodness, I mean, what else is there to do anymore?
Not a thing, man. And there's, like I said, there's nothing going on in town.
Yeah.
Everything's just dull, and that's why I'm kind of encouraging people. If you want to come down, by all means, come down. We'll do some tours and have a little bit of fun. Kind of leave this COVID world, we call it.
Oh, yeah. I
There's
mean,
like,
yeah. It's kind of depressing lately, but hey, if you want to get a little, smile on your face for about an hour or two, head on down. I mean, what else you got to do? Just you can wear a zombie mask instead of your regular mask. There you go.
yeah, there's been some cool masks, man. I can say that. Like there's a wolf mask and everything I seen through town the other day. It was kind of cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
someone is making some money off those masks because that's a good idea. Some of them I seen some funny ones, I see some weird ones, and I saw some. I'm like, why the hell you wearing that?
Did you see the one with the Jeffro teeth yet?
Yes, I saw that one.
That's pretty awesome, man.
And then I saw the one with the baby Yoda. I mean, it looks just like Yoda's mouth. I was like, holy crap, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty funny, man. Yeah, my stepdaughter actually likes that thing I call Gizmo.
Yeah, Gizmo.
Yes, that thing's just Gizmo, man. I'm sorry. That was.
Just making money for George Lucas or Disney or whatever the hell does it.
I don't even think it's George Lucas anymore. I think it is Disney. I
Yeah.
think they have a license on that.
Yeah, I think he sold everything to him. But yeah, it's been crazy. I mean, if you're in the chat, I know we have 3 people watching right now. Hit us up in the chat, give us a call. Let's hear what you guys have to say about this. Do you think things are going to turn back to normal? Do you think it's more or less it's done? This is the way it's going to be the rest of our lives. What do you think?
God, I hope not. It's depressing if it is.
Oh no,
Yeah.
especially
So,
like baseball, man, with the fake fans in the stands.
did you see the video with the Homer? Not Homer. I don't know what that new new guy is. The guy that does all the character for the Braves, the
Yeah,
mascot.
yeah,
Did you see the video where he's like trying to pump up the cardboard standouts?
yeah,
Like he was pumping them up. I'm like, what is he doing? Like, you can't be running around there trying to pump up the cardboard cutouts. They ain't gonna do nothing.
yeah. It's kind of like when Freddie Freeman went over and gave a foul ball to one of them. You see that one?
I didn't see that when I saw the freaking thing though. I was like, what is he doing?
Yeah,
Is there a dance and trying to get him to jump up? I'm like, that cardboard cutouts ain't gonna do nothing.
yeah. A guy in at New York got caught. He snuck into the stadium and tried to hide out in the outfield with the cutouts and tried not to move to watch the game. But they finally figured him out about 4th inning.
They should have just let him watch it.
I
I'm
know
sorry.
there was no one around him. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, he was social distance, man. But no, won't y'all, anybody that's watching, call into the show and just say, what you miss, what you want to see in The Walking Dead. What do you think about Rick Grimes not being in the show or anything? Just you want to talk to us, that'd be great.
Oh yes, anybody, and hit us up in the chat. I'm trying to get chat to working. It went down again, but we're working on it. But let's see what else is going on here. I'm looking. Oh, now what's some of the Walking Dead actors doing? Like, they doing other projects, or do you know anything about that? Like, doing
I
other
mean,
movies?
as far as I know, only one I knew was doing anything was Chandler Riggs, and he stopped production. He was in California working on another like show or something or a movie, and they shut it down. But only thing I know about what's going on right now is the Will Ferrell movie.
Yeah.
There is some other stuff being filmed in Atlanta. There's a on location something like that on Facebook. It's done through one of the local news media sites that actually kind of chase around the signs, and there's been like 3 or 4 different signs found in Atlanta and Buckhead and stuff like that of other movies, but I just don't know what's going on. Like, everything is dark right now and nobody's really talking about things. I think that's just people moving things around to get movies started,
Yeah.
like the set builders and stuff. I don't think that's got anything to do with actual filming.
Yeah. Now, when they go to when they show the when is it they can show the season finale? Because I get them mixed up all the time. Who do you think is gonna die?
Uh, I don't know about anybody dying, but I think what's going to happen is the Beta and Negan fight. I think that's what's going to happen. I think he's going to break the bat across his back, and I think I keep in mind I don't know. I'm not spoiling anything. I'm just going by the comics at this point.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty much they're going to kind of recreate that. Either it's going to be Negan fighting him, or it's going to be Norman fighting him. Well, Daryl.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's going to happen with that. I think that's going to be pretty awesome. I wish they already aired it by now, but they haven't. So it's okay.
Yeah. So Daryl's still safe. So they're not going to kill Daryl off yet, are they?
Daryl's always safe, man. They're not getting rid of him. They can't. I think if they get rid of him, it'll be done at that point.
Yeah. Well, they'd probably lose the rest of their audience if they killed Norman off.
Yeah, because I mean, the die-hard ones are still the Norman fans. I mean, that's what's backing the show right now and making it go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the actual storyline fans, I think they're pretty much upset right now, and they got a right to be. They got a right to be upset. I think the new girl is doing good though. Like I said, that last season went pretty well.
Yeah. I'm still trying to. What do you think is going to happen in the finale besides the Beta Negan fight and all that good stuff?
I know. All right, you see the building they're walking up to is the same building where Beth died in. Okay.
Yeah.
Where they were in Atlanta and Grady Hospital and Beth died there. Same exact spot. Actually, it's where Daryl carried her out of the hospital. That's where they're filming Beta going up to. I'm not sure exactly what they're filming there, but that is the same hospital. As far as everything else goes, I just don't know. I was out there that day stalking it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of walkers there. I know they had Beta coming in, and as far as I know, sorry, I'm getting hit up right now on here. As far as that actually goes, I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend like I do. I did see a lot of walkers on set. Beta was on set. Negan was on set. I know of.
Yeah.
Norman was there that day. I did not see him with my own eyes though. That's all. I mean, we had it was me and Dustin and another girl, and JDM come driving down from base camp. He waved at us and drove on. He was in his Mustang that day.
Yeah.
And anybody that's seen that fastback, that's a pretty sweet ride, man. It's all black on black. That car is awesome.
Yeah.
And JDM's car is pretty fat. So, hey, Mr. Jeff Wagner, you mind calling in tonight, buddy? If you look at the bottom down here.
There you go. Give us a call, Jeff. Give us a call. Anyone give us a call.
Buddy.
Are you listening, Jeff? Are you there?
Yeah, I think Jeff's been kind of backing us, man. Sorry about the last 2 weeks. Baker's not been here. Something's going on with him. I think he's been working a lot, so that's why he ain't with us right now.
Yes, feel free, anyone. We have 3 viewers right now, and tell your friends, tell your family. If they're bored out of their mind, give us a watch right now, because we're not talking politics. We're not going to talk. We're trying not to talk about sports, but that's hard for us to do sometimes.
That's all I used to do anyway.
Yeah.
To get autographs and stuff for baseball. So.
Oh, I know. It's just weird this time of year, especially close to the getting ready to come into September for baseball. I mean, you know what I'm usually doing towards the September.
I missed the playoffs, man. I'm not gonna lie. I've always loved watching the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
My question to you is, what happened to Homer? Like the mascot Homer. What happened to Homer? They kill Homer off? And
I think so.
There, whatever his name
I don't know. He just disappeared.
They beheaded Homer and made him actual baseball. That's what happened.
I know. It's like, what can we do different to Homer? Chop his legs off.
I'm not really too fond of the new mascot. I'm not. He's too much like the Philly Fanatic, man.
Yeah. They keep changing. They were fine before they even brought Homer in,
Did you see the mascot in the 80s?
Yeah.
Mascot? It was an Indian. He used to walk around, scare the crap out of everybody in the thing. He was like an actual fake Indian.
Yeah.
They had knocked a Homer, of course, but that fake Indian used to scare me when I was a kid. Boy.
That head was huge too.
Oh, it was crazy big, man.
It was scary. Because I remember watching TBS. If the Cubs weren't playing, I was watching TBS, watch the Braves, and I was like, that can't be. I was a little, young, about 8, 9. I thought that was real at first. I'm like, my God, that guy has a big head.
Yeah. Getting back in The Walking Dead, though.
Yes. Stay focused. We got to stay
My,
focused.
my my question is to everybody. Okay, remember Daryl during season 1 through 3?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell happened to him, man? He was like a redneck,
Yeah.
and he was a pretty awesome redneck season 1. And all of a sudden he turned into what he's in now, and it's like I'm not hating on Daryl, but I just didn't understand how in the world. It's like when Merle died, he becomes more. I don't know. He cries all the time, sits in the corner, and pouts. That's what I get now.
Yeah.
I've never seen a redneck in the world that did that. I've lived down here my whole life, and the Daryl we got in that first season was a
Mm-hmm.
redneck.
Yeah.
What we got now is a, I don't know, bitchy. I guess I could call it bitchy kind of man. I don't understand it. That season, what, season 1, season 2. That's Daryl was funny.
Yeah.
He really was. He was funny as hell, especially when he came on that campsite and that dude killed himself and he
Mm-hmm.
was hanging there. That was a pretty funny scene. So I don't know why he went from one extreme to the next. I don't get it.
Yeah. Because he wasn't supposed to be a regular cast member at first, was he? He was just supposed to be
No.
like a just a.
Well, he tried out for Merle, and then they gave him that. They basically, made him a Merle. Merle, both of those characters are fake.
Yeah.
They're actually a thing of AMC, so they control that character. So whenever Daryl came in, he tried out for Merle, and they gave him Daryl. So they made an extra character up. Lady Gaga, fun fact, she actually gave him the angel wing vest.
Yeah.
He did a video for her, and that's where he got that angel wing vest from. So after that happens, when he started wearing that vest on the show, and I think he became more feminine at that point. I don't understand it, but that's what kind of happened. And I don't know. The whole thing of Daryl was when he actually found out his brother was trapped on that roof, had his hand chopped off and everything. At that point, the hand wasn't chopped off, but when he's on that roof, he was upset, and that was
Yeah.
actually redneck. And Merle was redneck no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
The Michael Rooker is actually from Jasper, Alabama, and that he actually is a Southern boy. So
Yeah.
I can understand it from that, but I don't understand the whole Daryl character.
Do you think they changed it to make him more of a?
I think he changed it. I,
Yeah.
I think the writing changed it. I think he changed that. Like I said, Frank Darabont, there again, Frank
Yeah.
Darabont, it was a different Walking Dead, man.
Yeah.
I seriously think if we had Darabont still to this day, it would be a totally different world. I don't know
Oh.
if it blew up like it did, but
Mm-hmm. I agree with
it's
that. I agree with that
yes,
big time.
yeah.
It'd be.
Season 3 is when it exploded. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it really exploded. We had people coming out to woodwork. We had people stealing stuff and selling on eBay. I mean, they was taking dirt, all kind of stuff. It was crazy stuff
Oh
they were
wow.
doing. And
Yeah.
I think season 4 is when I met you
Yeah.
around that time, and I met Dustin in season 4 or season 4 or 5 is when I met Dustin. So I think I remember it was just craziness all the time back then. It was every night was something different, and that's where we met uh, Cindy Throckmonster, Sumner. They call her Petey now.
Yeah.
That's Dean's wife. We met her around that time because James and Eric come down. She come down with them. We met her through Dean because he was giving her and her ex-husband a tour. Um, it was just a crazy amount of stuff that was going on in such a small period of time that. And I'll be honest with you, I look back and I miss it, man. I didn't understand how truly awesome that time was in my life.
Oh
It was
yeah.
a cool time.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know how many times I could drive this annoying from here blindfolded.
Yeah, and especially like nights we used to go do the airport stuff. We go
Mm.
hang out with Tim and Joni and all them. That was some fun times, man. It was, anybody didn't know, like I used to go to the airport and catch people all the time and do that. We come back, we go hang out at IHOP or whatever. And that was just great times back then. And
Yeah.
a lot of fans had similar memories, man. They'd come down here, they'll do something, go out to eat with friends, and it's just the way it was. And you know that's what I miss. I miss the characters of the show. I think there's something need to be done, like hashtag comeback Andy Lincoln. Something like
There
that.
you
And
go.
I know he don't have that many social media accounts or anything, but maybe you type that to AMC, say hashtag come back Andy, we get something going. Maybe Andy Lincoln to come back to the show. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know. As things are now, it's we get through this COVID thing. I think everything's gonna be all right.
Oh yeah, and just everything will be back to normal, and we'll be back out there, hitting the airport, except for the Tabernacle. I'm not a big fan of that stock in there too much.
That Tabernacle, man, it just
We both had separate experiences about the same results.
mm, I I like the Tabernacle. It's an awesome venue. I just didn't like. I've had good experiences there. That last experience, man, that stuck with me. People
Yeah,
that don't know, I ran into Slash. Slash wasn't that nice.
yeah,
He was nice to some people, and some people he wasn't. So I may have got him on the wrong night. I'm not gonna say he's a bad person, but it was a really bad experience to the point I
yeah.
don't even like Guns N' Roses anymore, and I used to be a big Guns N' Roses fan.
Oh yeah. At least he was probably nicer than Axel was, because I met Axel back early 2000s.
Hmm.
Total asshole. Total asshole. And
It
look
was
at
it was it was a similar experience. I think they maybe they had issues or whatever. Maybe they were just alike. Who knows? I don't know.
yeah, that's true. That it could be true. And let's see how much time we got left here. Yeah, we have about 19 minutes left. So if you want to hit us up at the chat, give us a call at 440-276-4670. Go ahead, give us a call. Jeff, we're still yelling at you. We see you.
Yeah, buddy. If you want to call in, feel free to.
Yeah. Or
Peer pressure is always a good thing.
we'll call you next time. What do you think of
Oh
that?
yeah.
Oh. So now the spin-off shows. You have Fear the Walking Dead, which I've maybe made it through a half an episode of that. And then I watched it when Lenny James came back, when he went on there. Kind of missed Lenny from being on The Walking Dead. Did Lenny going to that show help it any, or did it still stay the same?
I don't know, but the new promotional picture they got at Lenny, I don't know if you can put it on the screen. That thing was pretty crazy, man. He's all got a full beard and everything. It's kind of crazy looking. It's cool.
Oh yeah, I'll have to find
Most
that and put
but
it on
most
next time.
Walking Dead, yeah, most Walking Dead fans, they know Lenny, and Lenny's always been pretty cool. But he's another missing piece in the show, man.
Yeah.
Walking Dead just don't kill off characters like unless they show it. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they're gonna do that Lenny James thing. I don't know if they're gonna merge the shows. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I just
Yeah.
I want to do something.
Yeah, because I loved Lenny, because I was a big fan of Jericho, and when I first found out Lenny James was coming back, that's the only thing I cared about, meeting Lenny James, man.
Was you there that night when he actually came to the rap party?
No, I didn't go.
You didn't go that night.
No.
I remember it was cold, man. It was like I want to say about 5 degrees that night. It was really cold, man. For a Georgia boy, that's like living in Antarctica. I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty bad. So, we're used to being hot. We ain't supposed to be cold. So, like when that night, I was freezing, man. We actually went to the car and tried to get warm. And I got a phone call from a friend of mine. He was at the door, and he goes, "Man, you don't never guess who's here." And I was like, "Who is it?" He goes, "It's Lenny James." I was like, "Oh my God, dude! I did a clear episode. I did the tours for that. I got to
Yeah.
get my ass out there." So man, we sit out there in that cold. I want to say till about 3 in the morning, and he finally came out, and he was just the nicest kid he could be.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, I think there's only been a couple fans that used to do that with us that actually got pictures with him, and I was like one of the first or second fans to get pictures with him. I think maybe Nicole Watson got the first one. I'm not really sure. Maybe Sean. But I think that was like one of the coolest pictures I got because everybody was like, "Oh my God, you got Lenny James." Nobody gets him, and it's like
Yeah.
it was a cool picture. And
Yeah.
I think when they got him at Walker Stalker, that went over really well. So I don't really know, man. I miss the way it used to be.
Yeah.
I miss back in the day. Is what I miss.
Yeah. And I think it's going to return. It's just going to take some time, and hopefully it's not towards the end of The Walking Dead when they're doing the final season. Or and two, you never know what if they bring back the final season. It might bring interest back into like it used to be, because this is
Well,
it.
I'm hoping when they film the final season, they start coming out for us again and actually appreciating us.
Yeah.
Uh, as far as the fans go down here that spend all the money to get down here, I just these fans coming down now, got no idea, man. They're lost, man. It used to be so much cooler.
Oh yeah. I mean, it'll be a shame when the show leaves and they wrap up and pack up and they're done. But if it brings interest back, it might help the tours and all that again, like it used to be.
Yeah, if they all survive,
Yeah.
that's the problem right now. I just the pure everyday drain of it, it just it's not. I'm I'm not. I don't know what to say because I mean the Atlanta movie tours, like I said, that broke my heart because they were the center of the circle, man, and
Yeah.
see that fall, it was like, wow, this little stupid thing we got going on now with this virus really took a hit.
Mm.
It really,
I hear you on that. And it's just a shame because it was. I mean, too, like spending money wise, like people go on vacations and do this. People come down. I mean, you really didn't spend that much money if to go down and see the film, because you go to filming locations are free, or you go see film and it's free. The only time you ever really spent money was at the cons and stuff like that, and it was fun. I mean, I never, me at first I was like, oh god, I don't want to go down there and see The Walking Dead, because I wasn't all about it. But then after a while, after I met you, Greg, Tim, and Dustin, and all that, I come down just to hang out with you guys. While I let my wife go do all of her, the stalking stuff. I just came to hang out with you guys and see what kind of trouble I could get into. But you guys kept me out of trouble most of the times.
yeah. I mean, for the most part, I just like watching other people, and I don't like the stalking aspect of it. Like I said, it got a little out of hand, and I wish it didn't, but it did, and I love doing it just as much as Holly did. Yeah, I don't really know what to say anymore about the whole stocking situation. It was a cool thing that went away way too fast. I think Walker Stalker killed that. I
Yeah,
really do. I used to blame it a lot on Mark Rosenthal
yeah,
as far as his group went, but I don't even think it's his fault. I think Walker Stalker killed it. I
yeah.
really did. Because even when he was doing it, they would still come out, and they would come out more or when his people were around. It's just a
Mm-hmm.
fact. So I mean, it's not that group's fault. I think it more or less was, hey man, we make money off this. Let's roll with it.
Yeah.
And that whole thing that we created became the demise of it.
Mm-hmm.
We helped build that convention.
Yeah.
Did we run it? No, we didn't run it. I mean, we didn't. I mean, we paid like everybody else did, but it was it just I think it killed stocking.
Yeah. And then I noticed too is like the second year of Walker Stalker Con, and then you had more people coming into town, going out to the filming locations like the week before the Walker Stalker and all that, and then you just had a whole new breed of people coming out there that didn't know, hey, you can't do this or you can't do that, and that's when I started Sonoya Police started changing a little bit too, being more jerks about it because they used to be pretty cool about it.
Well, I think Snowy Police Department always blamed it on the fans as a whole, and it wasn't. I think they looked at us like we were in control of it, and we wasn't. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
people would come down and they would sneak on the properties. They'd go on the buses. They go. I mean, I remember when they filmed the Cowell Tanks the second time, and it's where I can't remember what scene it was particular, but I think it was the march to Alexandria where the two guys kissed. Um, that scene in particular, they filmed in Cowell Tanks. So the women they had stopped that RV that they were at the show with, and that they was inside of Cowell Tanks, which is a fenced-in area.
Yeah.
Well, these people asked, could they? They didn't break any rules. They actually asked, could they do this to well, I think TSA worker,
Yeah.
and TSA is like, I think it was like just a security thing. It wasn't nothing to do with the airport. So they actually walked on that property and got into the RV and took pictures and the security guy got fired for it.
Oh wow.
And it was like, you. I think a lot of people looked at it as like, hey man, you got to get dude fired. That dude got himself fired. He never should have did that. That was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Uh, but they would blame that on the normal fans and those. I think that lady. I think the lady that got caught for trespassing. Her husband was a police officer in Florida, and they allowed her to do it.
Yeah.
And so my whole thing was you can't allow somebody to do that and then go after her for trespassing because at that point they were had granted permission.
Oh
I'm not
yeah.
sure what happened. I'm not sure what happened in that case. I know she was in trouble for it, but I really don't know. But I remember that was the big thing, and for that week anyway, because there was a new thing every week.
Oh yeah. I think they got off of it because they had permission. I have to find that. It's been a while since I looked at that, and I do believe they got off the charges because they were given permission to. Yeah, it's been a while since I even thought about that. I'm glad. How did you remember that, man? I couldn't remember that.
Because I mean, I was up there that day when they did it. I
Yeah.
literally saw them doing it.
Yeah.
I actually told. Remember the guy that he was an Asian guy, kind of like Stephen Yoon was, but he worked for the crew, and he was actually like one of the set builders. He was in charge of putting all the signs out and stuff.
Yeah.
I can't remember that guy's name to save my life, but I actually went to him and I said, "Look, dude, there's some people over there in your RV," and he freaked out and ran up the road and got him out of the RV. But he was all fussing, but he should have been fussing at TSA or I think it was DGS, right?
Yeah.
DGS,
I think so. Yeah. It's
the
been.
Delta Security Service, yeah,
Mhm.
DGS. So like, I think that's pretty much where it went to. There was always something going on, though, man. There was always something.
Oh yeah.
There's a girl that we know that we're actually quite friends with. She actually snuck on studio property, went to the back, and her and her husband got back there, and they hung out for a little while, and they got caught. That's actually how I met her.
Yeah.
There's always was something going on.
Oh yeah. It's just. I mean, how many people snuck out to Herschel's farm and got caught, and what other
Yeah,
locations? Yeah, there's quite a few of them that people snuck out, think they get away with it, but they always get caught.
well, they had this great idea about taking these drones and sending them up and stuff into the studio property, and then the studio went and bought them what you call a net gun, which they shoot the drone out there, and they keep the drone. So one person lost their drone. They went out there to ask for it back, and they wouldn't give it to them. And it was kind of just funny.
Yeah.
They would literally fly that thing through doors and stuff of Hilltop. So
Yeah.
that was before Hilltop was even on TV. I remember they were just filming for it, and they flew that drone over it and went inside it because they had a door open. I was like, I didn't know drones were that damn talented. I actually seen their video, and I'm like, holy crap, they're actually in there.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Because we've been out there with Lisa one time. We did the studio tour, and they
I
still had
never,
the. And you never did that one?
never did it, man. That happened during my divorce, and I didn't want to do nothing. Like I
Yeah.
literally didn't want. I hate to say that, but there's a point in time where I did this every day for almost 6 years,
Mm-hmm.
every day for 365 days a year. After my divorce, I just wanted a break, and I stayed away from it a lot. I
Yeah.
really stayed really back. That's why all the new fans really don't know me because I stepped back for like 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah. But the studio tour was pretty cool. We got to see the trash heap and how they built that, and we got to see where Negan killed Glenn and Abraham. It was the same spot where Chandler got shot, with the deer and all that. All the
That's
same
pretty cool.
places, pretty cool. And we got to see Hilltop, and that was pretty cool. And got to actually go up in the Hilltop right there, the little, the driveway. Went through there. It was pretty cool. And then they take you through Alexandria, which was pretty cool. But before they made Alexandria, we actually looked at one of the houses there. Back, I think the first year we met you, we actually been through there, looked at the house, and damn it, we should have got it then because it's 4 times the price now.
Just wait till the show stops filming; it'll drop back down.
Yeah.
That's all. Everybody always fusses about the prices in Sonoya because Sonoya is outrageous now. It used
Yeah.
to be cheap, but I'm always like, yeah, just wait till after it'll go back down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But we got about 4 minutes left, and we're thinking about doing this. What nights? Leave us a comment or hit us up on the email at the Dead Truth Podcast at gmail.com. What night you think we should do this on? Because we know the show is going to come back on Sundays again later on. And do you want us to do what we're doing, or do you want to do us after action? Talk about the show and stuff like that, or
I think maybe we can do it around 8:30, sometime around there, maybe 8 o'clock, depending on what days my son is not working. We try to maneuver around there, but I'll post it. Sorry about tonight. Like literally, I dropped the ball. I had a lot of stuff going on for us, everyday stuff, and I completely forgot.
yeah, because that's my question. Do you guys want to talk more about the show when the show comes back on? Do after show, or after the Talking Dead's over, come on, and you guys can come in and tell us what you think of the show or stuff like that. Just let us know, because we're always changing. We're trying to find the best format for this show and the best time, and we want to thank everybody who keeps tuning in. Jeff, we're still waiting on you to call in one day, buddy. If you don't call in, we're going to call you next week.
All right, Jeff.
All right. But until next Sunday, probably 9 o'clock. We'll still shoot at 9 o'clock till we get it all figured out. And want to thank everybody who did join us. And I'm Kevin.
I'm Jimmy.
And until next week, we'll see you.